Okay, everybody, Nick Dutch back again. Still doing what he normally does, sitting on the edge of his bed. At the moment, it's like the end of a day of domestic cleaning, and I finally reached that time in the day when it's kind of like that will do, you know, just like that will do. Obviously, it won't, because like the more domestic cleaning you do, the more areas you realize need more work, and hey, Percy, you've got more work cut out for you for a following free Saturday when you can fit this stuff in. So either way, what about the importance of tools and how do they work and how are they useful? Uh, in reality, they are a prop. They are not essential for anything whatsoever. But they do become part of your training, part of the way in which you learn to change your perception and attention and awareness and intention in different ways to attempt to do different things. I mean, the most basic tools you got things like the idiomotor devices of the Ouija board and the pendulum, for instance. Also, the stick pad, which is used in radionics. But these are idiomotor devices. They relate to the idea that there is an idea which is affecting the mind somehow, which then affects the body. And you train yourself in different ways for each different tool. Use the pendulum a lot, then you'll be the kind of person who would have the pathways in your neural network, in your nervous system, in your body, to be able to do pendulum. Same with stick pads. Same with the Ouija board as well, which of course requires different self-training because you've got a board with letters on it. You've got to treat it like handwriting practice and learn how to spell things out so your body and your mind can get used to where they all are prior to doing some work. That's the way it seems to be to me. That's for the idiomotor stuff. Then you've got the more like visionary tools such as the dark mirror or the crystal ball. That uses persistence of vision hallucination brought about by you staring at the reflection of your own face. You're in a darkened room, one candle either side, so you've got light on the left and right hand side of your own face. You're looking at your reflection in a dark mirror or dark crystal ball. And then you'll carry on staring at the thing whilst you're chanting and meditating and praying or whatever it is you're doing to try and talk to whatever it is, and then maybe there'll be a change because you're staring at a spot of light basically. Persistence of vision will blank it out. And then you're staring at this blank spot, and the only thing that could fill it is your mind. Alright, so it fills it with things which appear to be of a visionary nature. So that your face turns into the face of something else or someone else. And you then maybe extrapolate that there's something going on there. But it could be something from inside your own mind or something from outside. So part of your skill development there has to be to learn to distinguish what each type of sensation feels like, and to be able to make an assessment as to whether that's coming from within or from without. That's where the intellectual skill is. But you got to do that with everything, even with like pendulum dowsing, Ouija board, and all the rest of that. You still got to think things through, because otherwise you'll just fall into the prey of thinking, oh my god, that is a this, that, and the other doing this, that, and the other talking to me, and we don't know. We don't know. It doesn't matter how strong your vision is; it could easily be something else causing it. Right? We've got to therefore guard against insanity through a healthy dose of skepticism, and I mean a healthy dose of it. And then you've got other forms of tools such as tarot and runes, and when used in divination, it's not really necessarily the outcome, but how the outcome itself affects your existing visionary state, and how you are sensing different forces through regular psychic reading of the person that you are dealing with directly. That's why the outcome of the cards and what the reader says can sometimes, not necessarily match up, because the reader is reading on the person, not necessarily on the cards. The cards themselves provide a few clues, or maybe it feels like there's something or someone over your shoulder pointing out a particular symbol in one of the cards, and then that becomes something you feel the need to talk about. But it's mainly the question of you still being in that original meditative, prayerful, visionary state, no matter what. You could say that the tools of transmission, including the radionic device, whether it's paper radionics or electronic radionics, being a tool in its own right, and also because it does actually do something with physical science, namely there's actually a scalar field generated on the coils as they double over each other. There must be something else going on with them to assist in the transmission, the broadcast, whatever it is they want to call it. The action of doing much ritual magic, ceremonial magic, and even overlapping with radionics is more to do with the individual and how the individual has set themselves up to transmit or to receive in that one particular moment. A lot of what we can say we might be able to do could be regarded as energy manipulation, change of state of consciousness, generation of different varieties of meditation. We can't really say to the outer world any more than that, apart from to describe any experiences that we have when attempting to do these things. With things like ritual magic sending, it's like one blob of information sent out over a short period of time. With radionics, it appears to be a lower level of information being sent out over a longer period of time, not a shorter explosion, but a longer period of time. So, shorter period of time for the ritual magic version, longer period of time for the radionics version. And it's the machine itself which is doing part of the work. Does that make sense? I hope it does. There do seem to be coming through vision different levels of reality and or entity associated with what we could be dealing with spiritually. So yes, there is a strong possibility that entity theories have validity to them, but we still have questions about that, and on top of that I could be deluding myself, so I've got to be aware of that too. The more you look at the same subject, the more complicated it gets. It's not simple. It's not simple at all. We have to think about the feelings and the experience of each different thing that we do, and what that says about state of mind, or brainwave frequencies, or hypothetical, like spiritual levels of reality. Well, how the texture of the experience is, how the mood of the experience is, that sort of thing. Alright? Catch up with you soon. Bye for now.